Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'd like to show you how to make this racing flag cupcake topper. So to begin with, I rolled out some white modelling paste to about 3mm thick, and I'm just going to cut out a circle, and this will be what the flag will go on. Just going to neaten the edges with my fingers. A good tip here is just to put the circle cutter back on and move it about, and that will give you a nice clean cut. So then I'm just going to put that aside to dry. Okay, now you can see it's nice and dry and it's gone hard now, so we can put the flag on top. So to begin with, I've got some black modelling paste, so I'm just going to roll out into a tube. Just going to use my cake smoother to help me here. Okay, I'm just going to check that for size. Just going to trim that there. And then just neaten the end. Okay, so now I'm just using some clear alcohol to stick that into position. So this is the flag's pole. Just going to use my spatula to straighten that, and then I'm just going to put that to one side. So now I'm going to make the base for the flag by rolling out my modelling paste to about a couple of millimeters thick, and I'm just going to cut out a square. Just going to check that for size. And then I'm just going to use the square cutter again just to cut a little bit off so we've got more of a rectangle shape. So I'm just going to neaten the edges there, and again I'm going to check for size. I don't mind that it's going over the edge of the circle because we're going to fold it up a little bit so it'll be a lot smaller. So here I'm just measuring my piece of modelling paste. It's 3 centimeters by 4 roughly, and that's just to give me a rough size for the squares. So I'm going to do 1 centimeter squares. So I rolled out some black modelling paste and some white modelling paste, and here you can just see I'm just roughly going to cut out some squares 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter. Once I've got one, I can use that as a guide for the others. I'm saying roughly because you can use your tools just to help mould it into position and get them the same size once they're on the flag. So here you can see I'm just using the first square just to help give me a guide for the other ones. Okay, going to cut out some white ones now. And now I'm ready to stick my first layer on. So I'm just using a little bit of clear alcohol. And I'm just going to stick the black one off and the white underneath, and then another black square. And then I'm just going to use my blade tool just to come and just in and just to make it nice and straight. So they're nice and even. There we go, and then I'm just going to cut out the next row of squares. Okay, so now I'm going to put the next row on. Add in my clear alcohol, and then we start with the white one. And now the black. So I'm just going to use my blade tool just to make sure that the squares all match up. It doesn't matter if it goes over the edge because you can just trim that with your knife. And then I'm just going to pop that one on there. And you can see that goes over the edge a little bit. So I'm just going to use my knife just to come and trim that. Okay, so that's the next layer done. And then I'm just going to do exactly the same for the next row. Okay, so now I'm going to do the final row, and you can see that I haven't got as much paste underneath to stick it onto, and that's because I want it to look thinner at the end so it's more like a flag. So I'm just sticking those into position with some clear alcohol. Okay, so now I've turned the flag over and I'm just applying a little bit of clear alcohol to either end of the flag. And then I'm going to stick that first bit into position there. And then I'm going to put the other end where I've put the clear alcohol, the glue. I'm going to push that back a little bit so you get that little bit of a bump, which I think you can see there. Now because you've got loads of little squares, you just want to kind of just keep moulding them together so you can't see any gaps between the squares. If you just take your time, they will eventually come together. And now I'm just using my blade tool just to flick the ends up slightly. So I should say when you apply your clear alcohol or your glue, don't put it on the very ends because it'd be nice if you could just turn them up a little bit and then that'll give your flag a little bit of movement. I hope you can see that there. Okay, so that's your racing flag cupcake topper made. I really hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. Please don't forget to check out my other ones. Please comment, like and subscribe for more and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching.